So I got the Division Collector's Edition. It comes with all this fun stuff, along with this watch, which is buzzing right now. It's because it's been over a year, at least 8 to 9 months or something, and the battery's running low. So today we're gonna go ahead and swap this battery out. So the Division kit not only came with all this stuff, right? Like this utility pack, art book, which is really cool, and a poster. I think that's the poster, but it's all in this nice velvety collector's case thing. So this was the best part of this of the Division. We actually got this watch that was this original box. So I think what they did was they actually had a extra battery in here too. Let's go ahead and open this up. I'm really getting annoyed with this constant beeping sound. As you guys see here, it's constantly doing that. The original box, not only that, it came with a little pillow and stuff, but instructions and everything else. Let's take a look and see if there's actually instructions. But I remember they had like a screwdriver and an extra battery, and this is a 2032 size battery. I'm assuming that's the spare for this guy. So I'm going to take this out and try to make sure it works. Let's take a quick look at the instructions and see if there's anything that talks about the battery change. If not, I'll just go ahead and take it off like how I would take off a battery from a regular watch. I don't see anything on battery. So, nope, nothing on battery. Forget it. I was just going to do it how I expect to do it when changing watch battery. I'm pretty sure it's a regular watch. Let's put all the instructions back in here. Pillow. And all this other fun stuff. Maybe we'll do this later. Start the foam padding. Put this back into the case. And put this aside for now. Okay, what we'll do is, in case that precision screwdriver that came with the watch isn't really that good, I do have my precision, tools, and let's get started. So, let's see what it comes with first. Yeah, it's a 2032 3-volt, tiny little cute screwdriver. See if I have something similar, but with a much larger, easier to control one. Yay, this looks a lot better. Yeah, about the same size. Cool, they are the same size. Very nice. Okay, let's do this. Close this up. And the links are below for the tools if you're interested. But, I think eyeglass tool will probably be easy to open this. Let's take a look at the back. I could probably just do it like that. Just get to the thing. Of course, I put a cloth on my table so I don't scratch up this watch. And actually, I should have some more in case I need to clean it later. But let's go ahead and take off the 4 bolts. Looks like there's 4 little screws on both sides. So we'll go ahead and do that first. Do a little pressure. It's very simple to open with this tool. Oh, that's it. And notice I have a piece of cloth. This is actually a you could use any cloth you want just so that the screws don't get lost. If I use the screwdriver they included, it works. But just yeah, it works. This mini screwdriver works, but I think I prefer using mine. It's a little easier to handle and push it down and below and turn. But it's pretty straightforward, and it's not really that tight for these screws. It's very loose. In fact, not loose, but it doesn't take much pressure at all. You hear it louder now. That beeping sound. Here's the last one. So you hear it? Sorry. A little cricket. And we'll lift this part up. And the back plate actually comes off. Take the rest of the screws, put them safely to the side. Let's keep an eye on. Oh, that's neat. I'm actually just using the blade to pull that thing out. I'm not using it to cut. Interesting. Capture. Guess it won't capture. But yeah, the casing on this is pretty simple. There's a window and stuff. There is a little gasket all around it that kind of be careful of. But I'll have to put a little bit of doesn't really do anything else other than that. But let's put that to the side real fast. Don't want to scratch anything. Let's see what else is there. Let's take a look at this. Just the main thing. Pretty straightforward and simple. Let's see how to change this battery out. So it probably means that this thing is connected to here. So I don't destroy my watch. Taking off a screw. Oh, there we go. Tiny little screw. Yep. And there you go. There's the cover. And there it is. Top goes on top. Cover, and there's a little screw that holds it. To the side. There's the old one. Put it up there. New one matches. Perfect. Put it back in there. Done. I don't think this has any other orientation. So I'm just gonna, there's a little hook here. See, it's an angle. This lid is actually at an angle. So I'm gonna put this cover back on an angle. Slide that part in first. And I'm glad you had time to see this video, because this is just a cover. They should have a little arrow pointing to that little screw, to be honest. And let's make sure it's hooked into the back end here, hooked in, and moving this down, make sure it's nice and snug. There's a spring motion in there, so let's get that tiny little screw and place it back in there real fast. Dun, 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 dun. Nice and easy. I'm glad it's a little bit magnetic, and just nicely, slowly putting it back in. Just align the screw, screw it in just so it's snug. Not even using any. Ooh, there you go. It lit up. Oh, I gotta get rid of these fingerprints too. But yeah, power back on. Nice. As soon as I touch this, it turns on. Yeah. So these are little contacts. Nice stopwatch. Very cool. Good. So the lights, I think it was, is it here? No. Much clearer this way. I really wish that when they designed this, they had it where I could see it in the dark. There was only one mode where you could see it in the dark, and it was a stopwatch. So the other ones weren't. But now that everything's reset, I have to reset everything again. I don't remember which button it was to turn on the lights. This one? Yeah, that's the one. So this, I'm not sure you'll see it very well. So basically there's only two LED lights that light up that ring. It's the front and top one. And this bottom part will do it. But yeah, it's pretty neat. This actually lights up that entire ring around the watch face. Pretty cool. Okay, let me get some, let me get a microfiber and clean off my fingerprints off the screen and put this guy back in order. This is a fancy microfiber. So when putting the thing back, just make sure that gasket that goes along the edge of the watch is back in place into its groove. Be careful if it isn't, because you don't want to clip the thing. Put it back in the groove. I basically just pulled it up with the screwdriver, placed it in line, and basically just used my fingers and pushed it into the groove. Normally I would probably clean it, but I don't even use this watch because other than keeping it as a collector's item, I just basically replace it and just keep it back on my desk. But yeah, I just have to put it back in the groove. And usually I would, if I was servicing another watch, I would probably put some lubricant on it, like a light grease or something else on it, just like scuba, some scuba grease or something like that I usually keep. But no, you don't really need to. Then you put the electronics back in, pop it back in. Be careful of the buttons because the buttons stick out. You have to depress the buttons using a paper clip to slide the plastic in. Otherwise, some of the buttons might not work. But yeah, just a heads up, I had to basically take it apart again and move the buttons a little after I tested it. But overall, it's pretty simple. You slide back in place, it clips in, and just make sure the buttons work before you put the back cover on. But yeah, it wasn't too hard. Okay guys, I just put the back cover back on. Let's go ahead and screw it into place. Get some tweezers. Just gotta slowly put it on. Now I've got to tighten it just enough for super finger tight, which is not tight at all. This is very just screwed, so it doesn't have any more play. Now, very, very small screws. Now, normally I would do this like how I would do a car tire, which is basically do every corner first on opposite directions. I don't think it really matters, but for the heck of it, I'm going to do it that way. I'll tighten these things in so that I knock out most of the corners before I even tighten anything, but just so that it aligns right. It's really hard to actually do it with a camera in front of you. That's why I'm going to move this further out. apparently I didn't need tweezers. So anyways, they're not even tight yet, so I'm going to go ahead and do the whole corner tightening first. So doing crisscross pattern, one corner at a time. I use the other one, it seems a little better. So not super tight, just less than a pound or so. It's a lot easier with this bigger screwdriver because you control it more. That tiny little screwdriver is good for setting, but this one's much better for precision work. But you put it in your palm. That's a lot. I have it in my palm. You could just turn it and put pressure if you need to, but you don't really need to put that much pressure on it. So crisscross pattern, tight, 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 and last one, tight. All good. Of course, guys, thanks for watching. Just check the buttons and make sure all the buttons work on this collector's edition watch. There's a lot of little buttons. Again, just make sure that use a paper clip to move some of the buttons in, otherwise it might not work. So check the buttons before finishing up. Anywho, thanks for watching. It's been fun. I like doing these teardowns and repair videos because it's actually very useful. So check my site for more, or not my site, but check my YouTube channel for more fix-up videos. I fix other watches and other stuff around the house, and also like doing a lot of product stuff. So please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. I'm probably I have like the links for some of the tools I use, but you really don't need special tools. I'm glad they already came with a screwdriver, but I think for my other watches I'm going to open up and have fun with, I probably need to get a set of tools from Amazon or something like that. Anywho, links are below. Have fun, guys. See you next time. I'm not sure if they even sell this collector's edition watch anymore, but doesn't matter. I'm just going to keep it anyways. Have a good one. Like, subscribe, all the fun stuff. See ya. Bye-bye.